At the time Dr. Gupta discovered this, I was going through one of the worst periods of my life.
We are sending, free of charge, directly to the homes of all American women who need to lose at least 12 pounds within the next 8 days.
He never said any of that. Retatrutide, Trimorin reviews. The review is it is a scam. Trimorin for weight loss. This is a scam going around here in August 2026, the summer of 2026. If you're looking around for Trimorin weight loss, Trimorin Melania Trump, something about Anderson Cooper, Adele, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, this is a scam. And here's how this works. It's supposedly a weight loss product. You can see here they have, looks like Anderson Cooper talking about a free natural retatrutide to lose 17 pounds a week. And it has something to do with Melania Trump. No, it doesn't. That is scammy. She has nothing to do with it. This is a website that looks like Facebook, right? Someone has designed a scam website to look like you're on Facebook, even though you're not, with the Facebook logo. It looks like a post from Melania Trump, and it's not. This is a fake Facebook post, and there are variations of this. You got the one with Anderson Cooper here. You have another one here with Adele. She never talked about that. And you have another one here with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. And the thing about that, I'll talk about this. Those are AI depictions of them. Now, the Anderson Cooper one might be a deep fake, meaning only manipulated lip movement with AI generated audio. But the Adele one, the Dr. Sanjay Gupta one, and anyone else famous you saw might be fully AI. Like Dr. Sanjay Gupta was in the kitchen that you just saw, and Adele was in a kitchen. The kitchen's fake in both. That's not real. So if you're looking up Trimorin for weight loss, I'm going to show you a whole lot about this, including they have different photos, supposedly, of Melania Trump really overweight, which I don't think that she's ever been overweight. They manipulated that. Of course, scammers have used AI or some sort of editing tools to make it look like she's really, really overweight in the past. But this thing, this natural retatrutide or retatrutide, whatever you call it, helped her out, right? And it didn't, because it's a scam and it's coming from Brazil. And I know that because the ads on Google have Brazilian origins, and the Facebook ads, maybe TikTok ads, whatever else is out there, has Brazilian origins as well. And right at the top of this video, I'm going to get to the Trump deepfake and the Melania Trump deepfake and all that. Hit the like button down below. I would really appreciate it. Also, tell me your favorite breakfast food. What do you like to eat in the morning? You like coffee and like cereal, coffee with eggs? What do you like? Milk, bacon, biscuits and gravy. That creates engagement. Google and YouTube will then see that engagement, and they might then say, hey, this video has value and credibility, and I might be able to rank higher than some of these scammy videos out there and scammy content showing up at the top of Google search results, which could save people from this scam. Like, comment, and especially subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. I'm an honest person trying to keep people away from scams. So let's hit play on this one here first with, I'm going to go to the one that I saw first, which was this one with Dr. Sanjay Gupta, because it has a lot of crazy stuff in it. And then I'm going to show you part of the Anderson Cooper one. Then I'm going to show you part of the Adele one. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video. And it has, fake Trump talking. It has fake Melania Trump talking. I think it might even have other people from the Trump administration talking who never actually said the words that they're going to be looking like they're saying. It's all AI manipulating their voices, their visuals, and whatever else. And this scam for Trimorin supplements, capsules, pills, whatever, it's a scam. If you're looking for Trimorin reviews, it's a scam. This could change names from Trimorin to something else soon, and they change the videos and everything else. Scammers do that a lot, especially coming from Brazil. They have Melissa McCarthy right there. She has no involvement. You're going to see like Kathy Bates, maybe even Oprah. No one famous has involvement. Let's hit play on this first one here.
What I just received is the government protocol for natural retatrutide, the same one that is making ordinary women lose 16 pounds a week while they sleep. I am tired of so many lies using my name, so for the last time, I am going to explain how to receive and prepare your natural retatrutide that the government is sending for free to the homes of women who want to lose weight. It takes only 2 minutes to be ready and has the same effect as the newest and most potent weight loss formula. Yes, you heard right. This is the last
And they showed Make America Skinny again. I don't know if that's an official thing. I know Make America Healthy again is like an official slogan of the administration, but that is not something that I saw legitimacy in. And Melania Trump has nothing to do with that at all. And so some of the people you see here have nothing to do with this. Most of them actually. In fact, all of them. I know I said some or most. It's reusing videos from weight loss transformations, maybe AI transformations. Let's get off this video here.
Opportunity for women who spent years suffering with failed diets, slow metabolism, stubborn belly fat, and absurdly expensive medications. The American government wants to end obesity by...
Like, that's all fake right there. The kitchen, the box, Dr. Sanjay Gupta. And if you're wondering, well, how is this allowed? How come they don't sue? Where are the scammers? Who are the scammers? Where can you reach them in order to sue them if these celebrities, these famous doctors were to sue them? That's my thinking on that. Because if you don't know who they are or where they are and you can't officially nail it down and figure out what brand they should monitor, I mean, I don't know.
By 2030. And that is why it started making available for free a natural 4-ingredient protocol that mimics the effects of the most powerful weight loss hormone today, retatrutide, without needles, without prescription medications, without spending thousands of dollars on Ozempic, Mounjaro, or Zepbound. Just mix these 4 ingredients in the correct order in warm water, wait 2 minutes, and that's it. And the most impressive part, without the devastating side effects associated with synthetic injections.
Want to mention really quick, the recipe they just showed you, supposed recipe, that's a part of all these sorts of scam videos these days where they claim it's going to be a recipe. And so they want you to think it's going to be a recipe because you're going to stick around and watch because that's interesting, right? But there's no recipe. They never end up revealing a recipe. It always ends up being a bottle of pills, dropper bottles, supplements, gummies, whatever. In this case, Trimorin supplements, Trimorin reviews. The review is, it is a scam. It has no legitimacy whatsoever.
Now, this protocol is being sent for free to eligible women in several American states as part of the new initiative to fight obesity by 2030.
One more thing that I'm going to hit play for a long time. This sort of a scam is the kind of scam that's going to charge you a whole lot more money than, I have to say this at the top of the video, it's going to charge you more money than you thought potentially. Subscription charges. You might receive a phone call as soon as you order or right after you order, or maybe even while you're ordering somehow, right? As you enter your information and someone might be looking at it live, they might call you and try to get you, like, to upsell you on more supplements, which would not surprise me. I hear that all the time. And then you're stuck in a bunch of subscriptions, maybe spending thousands or tens of thousands of dollars over the course of a year or more years. And you don't want that to happen. Go see a doctor. Don't fall for these scams. They are a plague that are out there right now, these scams. And they wouldn't really exist that big if these advertising platforms that allow ads that lead to fake videos like these wouldn't allow those ads. But they allow them, of course, because that means that those ad platforms from those big tech companies get to make a lot of money. And the government's apparently not going to do anything about them accepting money for those ads. That's just the way things are these days. Apparently, that's allowed. If you're a big tech company, you can get away with whatever you want. But if you're a small company, you might end up in jail for like some small crime or something. That's the way that the world works apparently these days, at least here in the US.
After 2 minutes, your retatrutide is ready. But prepare yourself. Women who are taking this retatrutide claim they need to eat even more cakes and burgers so they don't lose too much weight. If you are still listening to this, I strongly recommend paying attention over the next few minutes, as this is the last time I am going to teach how to receive the real, natural government retatrutide at your doorstep.
Dr. Gupta, are you saying on national television that you helped Melania Trump lose 63 pounds in just 2 months without diet?
All right, I know I said I was going to play it for a while. Let's look that photo up right here. See, she looks kind of big right there, right? But that's been manipulated in some manner. The original photo, you can see she's out tall, walking right here. She's skinnier. She's not the size that they claim that she is over here on the left, which, that means that the scammers, of course, are lying. That's not a big surprise, really.
Without going to the gym and without using any pharmaceutical injections. Only with a homemade government protocol that is now being delivered to people's homes free of charge. Result:
completely fake Melania Trump, completely fake Melissa McCarthy, completely fake Jake Tapper talking, maybe a deep fake of him, but so many fake videos. And I said I was not going to pause, but I have to let everyone know, not everyone is some tech savvy person watching this. Some people are maybe older in age. They don't have a whole lot of information about how technology works. There is so much artificial intelligence at work here to try to convince you that celebrities and famous people had something to do with Trimorin or a retatrutide homemade protocol, and they didn't. It's all fake. It's all coming, or at least a lot of it's coming from Brazil.
Resulting in one of the most dramatic weekly weight loss transformations ever seen in the world of celebrities. Is that correct?
Exactly. This is an unprecedented revolution in homemade weight loss in the history of our country. Women over the age of 40 are losing 13, 20, and even 30 pounds in just a few weeks with 4 simple ingredients delivered right to their doorstep. It is a mixture that naturally recreates retatrutide and activates 3 fat-burning hormones.
In response to the growing obesity crisis, the government has authorized an immediate intervention. After my dramatic weight loss transformation.
Let's do a reverse image search on this one too, just to see, was there an original photo? Is this a completely AI-generated photo? Yeah, you can see she's skinnier there, right? That's one of the original photos. This is one of the photos from the same function, it looks like. And of course, she's not as big as they claim that she is. And the video they just showed of her talking looks like the one that she went out and spoke about the guy who owned the island, who's no longer around. That looks like that is what they used, the scammers used as the basis for their deepfake video of her speaking about retatrutide and trimorin and all that, and wow.
The government began distributing a free
Fake. That's completely fake. The entire video right there.
technology that was once limited to specialized clinics. Retatrutide, the most powerful new hormonal replicator since the invention of Mounjaro, delivered directly to people's homes with all the necessary components included. The protocol is already showing reductions of up to 40% of users' body weight.
I signed up for the at-home retatrutide program that Melania shared. This is already my 4th month using it.
That looks like fake mouth movement. I mean, whoever that is did not endorse this at all.
I do not know what kind of hack the government discovered, but it saved my life. The only downside is that I had to throw away all of my jeans. Other than that, it has been wonderful.
Hi everyone, Melissa McCarthy here. I am 55 years old and I had already accepted that I was going to die obese. I received the 4 ingredients.
That was an AI-generated image. That's an AI-generated video. She has no involvement with this, and that's a deep fake right there.
Any side effects. In just 3 months, I lost 120 pounds and overcame obesity. My body started burning fat on its own day and night. I absolutely love this protocol. I feel sexy again. Can you believe it? And the best part is, it is free.
No one believes me when I say it was the government that helped me lose the 125 pounds I gained after my pregnancy in just 4 months. I signed up to receive the free protocol and now I use it every single day. My doctor thinks I am taking an Ozempic injection every day, but it's just 4 ingredients.
It's more AI.
At the bottom of my heart that this free protocol exists.
After these incredible results, including those of the First Lady herself, how exactly has the government been?
Let's see. Can we find this one? Every time they show an overweight Melania Trump, which did not happen, I just want to see if we can potentially find, okay, is that a completely AI generated image maybe? Because I don't see anything that matches it. Would not surprise me.
Making this possible free of charge for the people watching us today.
After this incredible validation, I have been authorized to announce on national television, the United States government, together with the FDA, Medicare, and Medicaid, launched an emergency initiative after discovering that 1 out of every 5 deaths in the country is related to obesity. This is a movement to save our population.
We are sending free of charge directly to the homes of all American women who need to lose at least 12 pounds within the next 8 days.
He never said any of that, and this never happened. Whatever he's talking about there for real had nothing to do with this. Retatrutide, trimorin, again, trimorin reviews. The review is it is a scam.
The complete homemade retatrutide protocol, the very same one.
There is no retatrutide protocol.
63 pounds in 60 days. It comes with all the ingredients already separated and simple instructions for preparing.
The U.S. government is not sending anything. It's all fake.
No cost, no consultation, no need to rely on a pharmacy, completely free.
We spoke with one of the first women to try the homemade retatrutide protocol, 78-year-old actress Kathy Bates, who says the protocol not only eliminated her obesity, but also reversed her type 2 diabetes.
For the first time, I have to admit it, the government got it absolutely right with this protocol. Today, it is possible to activate this pharmacy-like
AI. That's completely fake, Kathy Bates. That is deep fake right there from a real interview that manipulates her mouth movements and her audio. But the one of her drinking the solution was completely fake.
Overweight, struggling with type 2 diabetes. I received the protocol.
Completely fake photo right there, made with AI.
Unbelievable. In less than 5 months, I lost more than 160 pounds. My hunger disappeared. My body completely changed, and my type 2 diabetes simply regressed. I mean,
Kathy Bates did lose weight, but it was not from this trimorin product.
I wear fitted clothes I never imagined I would wear. I truly feel like I have been given a new life.
The goal is ambitious, to reduce obesity in the country by more than 70% over the next 5 years. That is why we are accelerating the distribution of the homemade protocol right now. However, there is one requirement. You must watch this interview until the very end, because this is where you will receive the instructions to unlock your shipment and ensure that your protocol is delivered to your doorstep free of charge within the next 12 hours with just 2 clicks.
This is incredible. And tell us, Dr. Gupta, how was this government protocol developed and how does it work to achieve the remarkable milestone of losing 2 pounds per day, replacing every known diet and every exercise program for weight loss, according to the latest data published by Stanford University?
That is an excellent question, and the science behind it is simple yet brilliant. We are living through the biggest weight loss injection boom in history. Synthetic hormones are being injected into your body, shutting off your hunger and forcing your body to burn fat 24 hours a day. It works extremely well. But it
Just
also
to
did
make sure you know, no universities, including Stanford, Harvard, Yale, whoever they're going to talk about, Johns Hopkins, have anything to do with this.
Every year. But then everything changed. When these formulas finally became available in capsule form, they were no longer exclusive, patented, or, most importantly, protected from analysis. We were able to examine the formula and replicate it completely. That was when, with the help of Stanford's leading biochemists, we discovered something no one expected. The same formula could be replicated without injections, without a laboratory, and without the pharmaceutical industry. And that was exactly when the United States government stepped in. Not to ban it, but to break the monopoly. We took the same principle behind the weight loss injections and turned it into a protocol with 4 accessible ingredients delivered directly to your home. When combined correctly, they activate the same hormonal metabolic switch. No needles, no prescription.
That continual promise of a recipe showing you bags of ingredients that look interesting and healthy, right? That is just to get you to keep watching this very long video. So at the very end, you feel invested in it. And they're going to tell you, well, we put these ingredients in a pill form and our top scientist, FDA registered facility, all this garbage is not true. And then they want you to buy the product, which is going to defraud you of hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. And it's all terrible.
No dependence on big pharma, and most importantly, no side.
Look at that. You can tell it's fake. I mean, I'll show you how I know. Look at that. Illegible letters on the jar. Illegible letters. And when I say that, illegible, I-L-L, illegible letters are one sign of AI-generated videos and images. I mean, the U.S. Postal Service logo over here looks a little bit better, for sure. But then you have like this AI-generated text over here on the very right of like the label, the product label, which is hilarious. Let's go and watch a little more.
Side effects. To protect millions of people who would never have had access to this kind of solution, and who, if they did, would be putting their lives at risk.
I avoided mirrors. I avoided photos. I even avoided hugs because I felt my own body as a dead weight on top of me.
Deep fake AI-generated video, and that's an AI-generated image, and that's a AI-generated video right there.
Anything else, I prepared those 4 ingredients. It became a ritual, almost a cry for help. By the second week, my clothes had already started.
Basically, any image or video in this scam video of someone holding a blue juice in a clear container is AI.
But it was not just the weight, it was the shame. It was that feeling of being invisible. I started taking care of myself again. I wanted to be seen again. And for the first time in years, I no longer felt the need to hide.
And that is why this protocol is now being delivered free of charge directly to the homes of Americans who need to lose at least 12 pounds within the next 8 days, with one single objective: to put your body into a constant fat-burning state, without effort, without fighting against your own body, without spending a single dollar.
And how can the people watching us receive this protocol within the next few hours?
First of all, we need to make an agreement. And I want to speak directly to those of you watching us who can no longer stand living as a prisoner of obesity. Of carrying all this extra weight that does not represent who you are and does not allow you to be a free woman, what you are about to see is a slap in the face to diets, exercise programs, and influencers who tell you that you have to eat like a rabbit to lose weight. You are about to discover something scientifically proven by dozens of the best doctors and scientists I could find. And the only reason it is not featured in every newspaper and magazine is because the pharmaceutical industry has manipulated this market for years to keep people like you trapped and dependent on their long-term treatments. As soon as you follow the instructions I am about to give you over the next 2 minutes and receive your protocol, you will safely and permanently activate a hormonal power within your body that will cause fat to be expelled from your body regardless of how much you eat. Without medications or expensive surgeries, regardless of your age, genetics, or weight history, just as it happened to me, and to more than 52,500 women over the age of 50. So this is the invitation I want to make to you. Are you ready to receive this simple, safe, and free protocol that will help you lose
Trimorin is a scam. The government is not sending out any sort of retatrutide protocol. Trump and Melania Trump have nothing to do with this, nor does his administration. These videos are fake. They use AI. No celebrities, no doctors, hospitals, and universities have anything to do with this product. Trimorin is a scam. Again, if you're looking for Trimorin reviews, I noticed this. I just want to show you real quick. I noticed that when I just looked around for Trimorin reviews, there are these fake video links where people, scammers, and I've seen this before many times, scammers are exploiting Google search results by making Google think that these are videos. But they come from AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. You click on any of these, they go to a purchase page, not a video. So people, scammers from Brazil or wherever, have figured out they can exploit Google search results in order to get people to go and buy something. Because you might think, oh, Trimorin reviews and common complaints. Maybe that's going to inform me about what this is. And it's not. It's just going to get you to try to go buy the product or a similar product. Whereas my video is trying to help people. So again, hit like down below. That could really help out. And I'd really appreciate it. Now, I also noticed, by the way, in Google search results, there are Trustpilot links to go to get Trustpilot reviews. But those reviews are fake. There are three different Trustpilot pages I've seen so far for Trimorin with inauthentic reviews, trying to make you think that it's legitimate. And they're not from real people. They're from people who look like they're the scammers, which is not a big surprise. Scammers are trying to fill Google search results with a bunch of inauthentic information to make you think this is trustworthy, and it is simply not trustworthy at all.
2 pounds within the next 24 hours, even if you eat more and exercise less. If you said yes, I can already tell you are a smart woman. Now let's begin, because it is time for you to follow these instructions and receive this free protocol at your home today.
Well, Dr. Gupta, we know that you have been the official physician to First Lady Melania Trump for more than 5 years, but above all,
that's a fake image of them.
A trained physician who has been teaching metabolism there for the past 10 years. You helped Melania Trump herself achieve a perfect body after the age of 40, despite everything people said, by eating more and exercising less. Through a hormonal mechanism that is hidden within all of us. How did this come about?
The idea for the government protocol emerged after a serious situation involving Melania's physical and mental health, which she herself shared publicly.
At the time Dr. Gupta discovered this, I was going through one of the worst periods of my life.
That's not her. I mean, that's her, but that's her with some digital manipulation to make her look larger than she ever was. Because you can see the original photos right here, and she looks definitely a whole lot thinner. And over here, the fake, she just doesn't, I mean, look, see, someone's manipulated all these images to make you think that she used to be overweight. And does anyone ever remember that? Are the scammers, are they really thinking that? I mean, I don't understand.
My body. I was constantly bloated, and my stomach showed through every outfit, no matter how hard I tried to hide it.
Let's look up this one. I'm only doing this out of interest to see, are these completely fake photos, or did someone manipulate a real photo? And they manipulate a real photo. You can see her here in the same outfit, and she looks way skinnier.
Every time I appeared in public, I was met with a wave of criticism. I had to listen to journalists say that I looked like a pumpkin squeezed into tight dresses. It was degrading.
Okay, here's another one. They're trying to make us think that this is a real article from TMZ. I don't need to go look up TMZ, but I do want to look up this photo of Trump and Melania Trump. And yeah, she's way skinnier right there. So again, they manipulated her once again, over and over again.
The media can be cruel. I tried using weight loss injections, but the side effects were far more severe for me. I was vomiting, constantly exhausted, and I still was not losing weight. Because of my family's history of cancer, my doctors forbade me from injecting those Ozempic and Mounjaro drugs.
Again, this is the setting that she gave, I believe, I could be wrong. This is the setting she gave a brief speech about that guy from the island who's no longer around. And there were a bunch of files that came out in the last year or two about that.
Into my body. That was when Dr.
She didn't talk about this at all.
Something very strange. Go to the grocery store and buy these 4 ingredients. I am going to teach you how to make a pharmaceutical medicine at home. In 2 months, I lost 63 pounds without exercising and without medication, using only this protocol that I perform every night before bed to activate 3 fat-burning hormones in my body every single day. All you have to do is mix these 4 ingredients with no major difficulty, and 95% of the work is already done. Your body takes care of the remaining 5% on its own. And today, I want this to be delivered free of charge to the homes of everyone watching us with just 2 clicks.
And Melania Trump was not the only one.
And it's not free. That's another, the fake recipe idea, and the free thing is going to try to string you along to keep watching this video so that you eventually make a purchase of Trimorin, which is a scam. Let's take a look at the Anderson Cooper one now.
President Donald Trump states that he will spit in the face of Big Pharma and end these weight loss pens once and for all. According to him, thanks to his new Make America Skinny Again campaign, he will end obesity in America by 2030. This campaign is sending for free a new natural retatrutide formula, which is 8 times more potent than other weight loss pens, the same one that First Lady Melania herself used to lose 60 pounds in 2 months. Now, this protocol is being sent for free to eligible women in several American states as part of the new initiative to fight obesity by 2030. If you are still listening to this, I strongly recommend paying attention over the next few minutes, because our specialist, the renowned Dr. Sanjay Gupta, will explain all the details. In the next few minutes, he will reveal how to receive your natural retatrutide at your doorstep today, completely free of charge. The correct way to prepare it, so grab paper and pen and pay close attention, as this may be your last chance.
Dr. Gupta, are you saying on national television that you helped Melania?
Okay, so that means that this is a variation with a new opening with Anderson Cooper. That's all that is. So let's go to the Adele one now.
I got tired of so many fake news stories about how I lost weight. So, for the last time, I am going to teach how, with just a few clicks, you will receive at your doorstep the free government protocol for natural retatrutide, just like I did. This hormone is 8 times more potent than Ozempic and without side effects. It was thanks to this protocol that I lost over 100 pounds and became practically unrecognizable. And all you need to do is sign up for the program, 100% subsidized by...
Just want to mention again, this is completely AI generated. Adele never said any of the stuff that it looks like she's saying right now at all.
the government.
She never said any of that. These pictures from Instagram or whatever are real. She did have a weight loss transformation, but not because of this specific Trimorin product.
Protocol for retatrutide. It arrives in just 4 days.
That's AI completely. She's AI, the kitchen's AI. That's all AI.
First, I doubted even what my own eyes were seeing, which is why I stayed quiet about it, even while making headlines in gossip magazines.
And whenever I say AI, I know a lot of people aren't watching at this point because it's near the end of the video, but by AI, I just mean that someone asked an AI tool, an artificial intelligence website, a tool to make a fake kitchen and put fake Adele speaking about this. And that's what this is. None of this is real. That kitchen does not exist.
But after losing the first 60 pounds in just a few months, as if my body had finally turned on the faucet that trapped fat in my body, I was certain that this protocol really worked. So I felt obligated to share this. It is so simple.
Now, why would they have Make America Skinny again and then lowercase the S in skinny? And you can tell that that is one reason it's inauthentic. Also, the letters here. It's going to say President of the United States, but the T in states and STA, that should be an A, it doesn't look like an A. TES doesn't look real. And it says seal of the, but seal of the letters are illegible, which, like I said, illegible letters, sign of AI.
In 2 minutes, it's ready. I discovered this protocol by chance while watching an interview where the First Lady was telling how she lost 60 pounds with this protocol and how the government started a massive campaign to end obesity once and for all.
So is this one going to go into the Jake Tapper video as well, I'm assuming?
To the homes of Americans. At first, I thought it was too good to be true. So I paid out of my own pocket for a $10,000 consultation.
That looks real, but I'm assuming it's not because that does not look like Adele.
He told me
That's an AI version of her.
that he himself had discovered how to recreate retatrutide, the hormone 8 times more potent than Ozempic, with just 4 natural ingredients. So, without the need for painful injections, and the best part, since it is 100% natural, without side effects that only make things worse. He also told me that after this discovery, he spoke directly with the president himself.
He didn't. And look here. Notice this. United States government, but the E-N-T part, the E and the N, don't look right. Illegible letters, sign of AI. And the S on skinny right here is capitalized. Inconsistencies, signs of AI, fully AI.
Dr. Gupta's patent and create a government plan to end obesity. That same plan that I had seen days ago on TV, so I paid over $10,000 just to find out that the plan was real. I know that I have a responsibility sharing this because after this spreads, I don't know how long the government will be able to keep it free. So I asked Dr. Gupta himself to explain how you can receive your natural retatrutide today. So pay attention over the next few minutes, as this might be your last.
They just showed that one woman receiving the retatrutide supply, but she was already skinny. So that doesn't make any sense.
Chance to receive it completely free of charge.
Dr. Gupta, are you saying
All right.
on national?
So it's the same video again with Sanjay Gupta, Trump, Melania Trump. I've told you everything basically. Trimorin for weight loss is a scam. There is no retatrutide. There's a homemade retatrutide protocol or anything like that. None of the people that you saw here are actually endorsing this. Melania Trump has nothing to do with Trimorin. So if you're looking up Trimorin, Melania Trump, that is a scam. This product, you will not be able to easily find out who's the actual founder, owner, where's their mailing address or their office, if they have an office. All that's secret, of course, because it's a scam. There are so many weight loss scams out there just like this one, claiming that there's a natural ingredients. Mix them up in your kitchen. We're going to reveal them to you. And it ends up being a bottle of pills every time. And the point of all of this is to defraud you, to take your money, to call you after you make an order, upsell you on other supplements, without any care of whether or not you're going to take those together, whatever they're made of, and make you sick. People tell me in their comments they get sick from these kinds of supplements sometimes. That's common. And that, it's Brazilian company, US-based call center, that sort of a thing. So it's all terrible. I hope that my long video was able to help you. There might be some other videos that happen to pop up hours or a day or two after mine, or like scam busting articles, and they probably saw my video and they want to make their own content because maybe they see this is a popular thing, and hopefully they give me credit. Most of them don't. But what I want to ask of you is to please hit like down below. That could really help, get my video out there. And if you could comment down below with whether or not you've had an experience with this. If you haven't, just do this. What do you like to eat for breakfast? I know you're like, you really want me to leave a comment with that? Yes. What do you like to eat for breakfast? Tell me. That creates engagement. Google and YouTube will then see people are commenting under my video, liking my video. I will respond to you, that sort of a thing. And that can show that my video has value and credibility. That means a lot. Please do subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, which is a big goal of mine. And also, there's a join button down below if you want to check that out too. That's a way basically to give to me a very small amount of money for a membership each month, which basically just helps my scam busting efforts, because I'm someone who's not selling anything under any of my videos. I don't have like products I'm trying to sell. I'm just trying to help people stay away from this garbage that's out there, because people need help. They need assistance. They need education on how these sorts of scams spread. My general advice is to never buy anything from a social media ad unless it goes to a website that you know and trust, and it's that website and not a website pretending to be the website Like instead of Amazon.com, Amazon with 3 N's at the end, .net or something like that, Don't buy anything weird online. Go see a doctor if you have a medical condition or ailment that you need help with, or weight loss. You want to make a weight loss plan. Don't fall for these scams online. They will do anything to get your money. I hope that my Try More In video has helped you. Like, comment, subscribe. The join button is down below. Thank you for watching.